Now to the fallout from these criminal charges against Mayor Adams. Governor Hochul says the mayor has to find an appropriate path forward to ensure the people of New York City are being well served by their leaders.
And Congressman Jerry Nadler today joined calls for Adams to resign. So the question is, can the mayor survive this politically? And if so, how exactly does he go about doing that?
Eyewitness News reporter CeFaan Kim at Gracie Mansion and continues our coverage tonight. CeFaan.
Well, Bill and Liz, while it may seem like the political world around Mayor Adams is collapsing with an avalanche of calls for his resignation, the key players have not gone that far. The political leaders who matter the most, they so far have taken a wait-and-see approach. Half a dozen blocks from the federal courthouse where Mayor Eric Adams faced the judge today, on the steps of City Hall, public advocate Jumaane Williams, who is next in line if the mayor were to resign or be removed from office, is among the key political figures separating the mayor's guilt or innocence from his ability to govern.
If there's a plan to show that you can still govern, you can continue to help regain trust, you need to put that plan forward. I do think the window for that is rapidly closing as the days go by.
City Comptroller Brad Lander, who is third in line, is calling for Adams to resign. But Lander is a mayoral candidate.
New Yorkers deserve a mayor who's focused on their problems and not his own.
Meanwhile, City Council Speaker Adrienne Adams, like the public advocate, stopping short of calling for a resignation. She, too, saying the mayor needs to prove he can continue to govern without interruption. And then there's, of course, Governor Kathy Hochul, who has the power to remove the mayor from office, who so far has urged the mayor to, quote, find the appropriate path forward. Former New York Governor David Paterson, speaking on Up Close, sees Hochul instead allowing the process to play out.
I think that he would be removed by the governor in an extreme case where there's an obvious situation that occurred. In other words, if he was caught on tape doing something, which we haven't seen that type of evidence yet, I think that the governor would have no choice but to act.
And he, too, isn't calling for the mayor to step down.
Suppose he listens to these people who are telling him he needs to resign. So then he resigns. What if he's found not guilty? How does he get his job back?
Now, over in Congress, the most senior House Democrat, Jerry Nadler, today said the mayor must resign. But remember, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, like Adams, a Brooklyn Democrat, has said while the indictment is serious, that the mayor is entitled to the presumption of innocence.